Hi guys, so today we're going to be factoring polynomials. If it won't factor, we're going to write the word prime. So looking at number 1 here, we need to be looking at these two terms and determining what is a number that can divide into both 11x and 44. So I automatically know that 11 is a common factor. So I'm going to go ahead and divide both terms by 11. 11x divided by 11 leaves me with x. 44 divided by 11 leaves me with 4. From here, I can check my work to see that I did it correctly. So if I multiply my 11 times my x, that'll give me 11x. If I multiply my 11 times my 4, that will give me 44. So since my factoring matches the original, that means I did it correctly. So this is correct. So the solution to this first one is just going to be 11 times x plus 4. Let's look at number 2. So for this one, we're looking at 15 and 9, and you need to think, what is the largest number that can go into 15 and 9? And the answer is 3. Then we're going to look at our variables. They both share an x, so x is also a common factor in this case, and always go with the lowest one. So we're going to do 3x squared. We then divide each term by 3x squared. So 15 divided by 3 gives us 5, and x to the third divided by x to the second just leaves us with only 1x remaining. 9 divided by 3 gives us 3, and then the x's completely cancel out when we divide them. We can check our work. We'll multiply the 3 times the 5, and that gives us 15x to the third. We multiply the 3 times 3, and that gives us 9. Oops, my pen isn't wanting to write. 9x squared. So it matches, which means this is correct. So the solution is 3x squared times 5x minus 3. Cool. Next, same thing here. We need to be looking at 14z squared and 42 and determine what's a number that can go into both of these two numbers. Now, I believe 14 is actually going to be our greatest common factor in this case. 14 divided by 14 is 1, so all we have left is 1z squared. And 42 divided by 14 gives me 3. So the solution to this one is going to be 14 times z squared minus 3. Oh, I forgot to check my answer. 14 times z squared, that gives me 14z squared, and then 14 times 3 gives me 42. So it matches. This is correct. All right, moving on. This one looks a little bit more intimidating, but the same thing as before. We're looking at every single term and thinking what is a number that can divide into 12, can go into 36, and can go into 6. In this case, it's 6. And then we're looking to see, do they share any variables in common? In this case, they share z in common. So now we're going to divide out that greatest common factor. So 12 divided by 6 gives me 2. Z to the third divided by z gives me just z squared. 36 divided by 6 gives me 6. Z squared divided by z is just z. And then 6 divided by 6 is 1, and z divided by z is also 1. So we just have 1. So this is our answer. Let's check to make sure it's correct. 6 times 2 gives me 12. Z times z squared gives me z to the third. 6 times 6 gives me 36. Z times z gives me that z squared. And then 6 times negative 1 gives me negative 6z. So it matches. So our answer is correct. So 6z 2z squared plus 6z minus 1 is our answer in this case. So looking at this one, again, we're looking to see what variables do they share in common. I notice every single term has an a and every single term has a b. And always go with the lowest one. So a to the second is our lowest a, and b, this b is the lowest b. Now we divide. So a to the third divided by a squared just leaves us with only one a. B divided by b, those cancel. A second divided by a second, those are now gone, and b to the second divided by b leaves us with only one b. And then for this last one, we're left with b to the second. Checking our answer, we multiply, and that gives us, and we multiply here, that gives us a squared, b squared, and we multiply this one, and that gives us a squared b to the third. So it matches, which means our answer is correct. And that's our answer. Okay, moving on to some big numbers here. So for this one here, same thing as before, we're looking to see what is the largest number that can divide into 121 and 32. And in this case, it would be 11. They also both share y in common. And we'll go with the lowest one, which is y to the third. Now we divide, and that should leave us with 11 y to the second and 12. Always multiply to check. So 11 times 11, oops, let me change to green. 11 times 11 is 121. Y to the third times y squared gives us y to the fifth. 11 times 12 is 132, and then y to the third just gets attached on. So our answer matches, so this one is also correct. And that's it.